Short biceps, asymmetry between left and right. Could this be an elite back? So if we look at the infraspinatus on this side, it tends to be a little bit more developed. And honestly, I have the same thing myself. Sometimes you have one shoulder that's just a little bit more stable. It just has a little bit more external rotation, and there's not really too much you can do about it, because sometimes if you look at even the way that the fibers are built, they can be different between left and right. Looking at our boy here, he's got more front delt and more infraspinatus here. So this is probably his more stable shoulder, but sometimes the body will compensate, and it's possible that his left tricep is stronger. Maybe the teres is a little bit more stable. So if we're looking purely at symmetry, you can go down the rabbit hole because you could try to focus on just making these a little bit closer in size. But this is one of the common mistakes that people make, because if he just focuses on the muscles that he has, like the teres, if he focuses on the muscles that he doesn't quite have yet, like the lower lats, he can focus on building the overall structure and then refining everything later. For this kind of back, he's got shorter muscles on the arms, so this is going to look a lot rounder, but they're not necessarily going to be big. For that reason, I don't anticipate his shoulders to be crazy big, but they could have a decent amount of roundness that matches the upper arm. So if we have the traps, especially the upper traps, matching more of the balling kind of shape of the shoulders, we can go for the Phil Heath kind of look where he has the bigger shoulders and the bigger upper traps. Both are very round, but if you notice, he doesn't necessarily have very big lower traps. We're not necessarily looking at the super thick lower lats, that W kind of look outlining our Christmas tree. Some physiques are built for a little bit more detail and aesthetic. So I would have him focus on getting the infraspinatus and the teres big for the detail, get the upper traps big to match the shoulders, and then pull out the lats a little bit more so that we just have a little bit more structure down there. And as he continues to grow overall, the left to right symmetry will begin to resolve over time. And if it really becomes a problem with his physique, well, as long as he has mass, he can fix those things. And most people probably won't even really recognize that either unless they look really close.